You ever have one of those moments where you know you're talking, but you can just tell nobody's really listening? Or maybe you've walked away from a chat feeling, well, even more confused than when you started? Today, we're going to dive into what communication is all about. And it's so much more than just words. It's about how we build the bridges that connect us to each other. I love this way of thinking about it. Every single conversation is like you're building something. You're literally constructing a bridge from your mind to someone else's. It's a pathway for ideas, for feelings, for real understanding to travel across. It's a beautiful idea, right? But let's be real. We all know those bridges can be pretty shaky sometimes. So what happens when that connection starts to crack? When the whole thing just collapses? Yeah, let's start with the messy stuff, the breakdowns. Those moments that leave us all feeling kind of frustrated and alone. We're going to look at two super common ways these communication bridges just completely fall apart so we can see exactly where the weak spots are. Okay, so our first scene is a total classic. You've got Randy, the new guy, on his very first day, and he's trying to connect with his manager, Mr. Cook. This is one of those moments where building a strong bridge right away is, well, it's everything. So Randy here, he's doing everything right. He's direct, he's asking for what he needs. He is ready to go, basically laying down the first planks of that bridge to get things started. And here's where it all goes wrong. Mr. Cook's reply is so vague, so dismissive. He gives him zero guidance, no real specifics, nothing. That bridge Randy was trying to build is just crumbling before he can even get across. So just take a second and think about this. What's the one big thing Mr. Cook is completely failing to provide? What's the crucial piece missing from his side of this bridge? The missing piece is completeness. You see, good communication needs to have all the necessary information for the other person to actually get it. Mr. Cook never tells Randy what the tasks are, which makes the whole conversation pointless. He's basically built a bridge to nowhere. All right, let's check out another all-too-common breakdown. This time, it's between two colleagues, Teddy and Mark. And Teddy is trying to talk about a pretty serious problem that's really stressing him out at work. Oof. You can just feel the frustration coming off of Teddy, can't ya? He's putting it all out there, he's looking for some help, but he can already tell that connection is weak. It's so bad he has to literally stop and ask, "Are you even listening?" And there it is, the proof. The lights are on, but nobody's home. Mark might be physically in the room, but his head is somewhere else entirely. His reply is a total shutdown. And that bridge Teddy needed so badly, it never even had a chance. I think we've all been on one side of this conversation or the other, right? It's incredibly common. So what's the core problem here? What's the pillar missing from Mark's side? Yep, it's all about attentive listening. This is where you see the huge difference between just hearing someone and actually listening. Sure, Mark's ears were working, but he wasn't concentrating on the meaning, on the feeling behind the words. And that lack of attention, it's a guaranteed bridge breaker. Okay, enough of the demolition crew. We've seen how these bridges collapse. Now let's flip it around. Let's talk construction. We're going to dive into the blueprint for a solid connection. 5 essential pillars for building strong communication. First up is the one Mr. Cook totally missed: completeness. This just means giving people the whole story, all the information they need to understand. Think of it like giving someone a full map instead of one confusing street sign. It's all about being clear. Pillar number 2 is assertiveness. Now, let's be clear about this one. This isn't about being aggressive or pushy, not at all. It's about having the confidence to say what you think and what you need, but doing it clearly and respectfully. It's about building your side of the bridge with solid, sturdy materials. Next up, we've got transparency. This one is huge. It's basically the foundation of trust. When you're open and honest about what you're doing and why, it just gets rid of all the doubt. It makes the connection feel secure. This is like the steel foundation of your communication bridge. Our fourth pillar is interactivity. I mean, think about it. A bridge isn't much use if it's a one-way street, right? Same goes for communication. It's got to be a two-way exchange. Both people have to be in on it, asking questions, and building that connection together. It's a partnership. And finally, we come all the way back around to Mark's big mistake: attentive listening. This is so much more than just not talking. It's about giving someone your full attention, processing what they're saying and what they're not saying, and showing them that you value their perspective. Without it, you might as well be talking to a wall. So these 5 pillars are your day-to-day toolkit, but what happens when the pressure is really on, when things are uncertain and the stakes are high? Well, that's when the strength of your communication bridges gets put to the ultimate test. When things go sideways, these strategies are like your emergency reinforcement cables. Being transparent becomes non-negotiable. People have to trust you. Communicating regularly is key because silence just breeds fear. Telling a story helps people make sense of the chaos. You gotta stay positive, but also realistic. And maybe most important of all, show empathy and appreciation. Show people you're all in it together.
All right, we've seen how bridges fall, and we've got the blueprint for how to build them strong. Now, let's bring it all back home. It's time to talk about the most important builder in this whole equation you.
And just remember, nobody becomes a master architect overnight, right? Is the same with communication. This is a skill you build slowly with practice and patience, one conversation at a time. So I'll leave you with this to think about. What kind of communicator are you? Which of those 5 pillars is your natural superpower? And which one could maybe use a little more work? Take a minute to think about the kind of bridges you're building every single day with every single interaction.